everyone, welcome back to another Animal Crossing New Horizons video. My name is Colleen, and today is episode 36 of the Chef Challenge that I'm still doing. If you're new here, the Chef Challenge is just me making bells by only selling food-related items, and I've also been looking for foodie-related villagers, so that has been a lot of fun. I also just wanted to take a minute to thank anyone who has subscribed since the last video. For whatever reason, YouTube really decided to recommend this one, it seems, and it's just a lot more views and subscriptions than I'm used to. So I'm very, very grateful for everyone being here, and I hope you enjoyed this episode too. So right off the bat, I ran out of pocket space and I had to go plant some wheat so I could grab the gift that Gullivar had sent us. So we'll figure out what he gave us right now. And also I found this outfit at the end of the episode yesterday and I forgot to include it in the video, so here it is. But look what we got, the sideways barrel. And if you turn it the other way, it looks completely normal and it actually fits my theme. So very happy about getting that, as you can see here. And look at that beautiful, beautiful bridge. It only took multiple days of hard work, minimal donations from the villagers, and here it is. So just going to connect this path really quickly because it's going to bother me a lot if I don't. And then we will move along, see if we can find the DIY, and we're going to have to grab our star fragments. Which this is just another night. I'm hoping to see Celeste. I'm thinking until I meet her, I'm just going to continue doing night episodes. Though I guess with turnips that might be a little bit difficult, so it'll be both, day and night, like the song. So of course I was checking out my hybrid garden, watering the flowers, and then I noticed shooting star. So I was hoping to just stand here, maybe catch a few. Well, not this time, but we'll visit Lolly. And Lolly had a very interesting question. She was wondering what kind of tea we would want if I were to have one right now. And I said chai, and apparently this means that she knows things about me. And she says that I try to be sweet to everybody, but lately I really need to vent. And honestly, that is not your business, Lolly. Why would you bring that up in my YouTube video? I'm out of here. Shooting stars? Maybe one day we'll swim away our problems. Not the very first fish being so difficult. Why? Which it is a good thing, because the reason why I'm doing this is so I can just make some extra bells, so I can go over to Harv's Island, go see Leaf, and buy some more produce, because I want to finish up that expanded farm today. And when I say finish, I hope you know that I mean just making a basic layout, planting some produce, and probably putting up some fencing. But for right now, I want to talk to Pascal. Whoa, thanks for your generosity, man. Since you were cool, I left you something you'll dig. While I'm at it, let me lay some truth on you, the deep kind. Feel this. Where did my hat come from, man? Like, did I put it on once, or was it always there? Wrap your noodle around that. Yep, today is a good day. Then look how cute, if you follow him after, you can see him eating a scallop. So cute. Good for him. And we're just back at it. Now we're going to do just literally one fish. I was going to say fishing, but that would imply that I caught more than one. But I did not. I caught just the carp. And then I got distracted by this, so I decided to fix this pathing really, really quickly before I head over to Nook's Cranny to sell what I caught. Finally at Nook's Cranny, and I was still contemplating selling the pearls, but then I realized that they are not food related at all. Like, it literally makes no sense for me to sell those. So I won't be doing that, but I will be putting up this dual hanging monitor in my kitchen because I can't fit it in my storage right now, and it actually kind of looks nice. Might end up keeping that. And then, just as we're all accustomed to right now, just throwing out some things for my storage that I absolutely do not need because I have no room, like I just mentioned, and I definitely don't have the money to upgrade my house right now. So that will be that, and we will head over to see Leaf. Practicing kung fu in a fitted sheet. Sounds quite difficult, if I'm being honest. So, I'm going to buy 10 tomatoes and 10 pumpkins. I'm just not going to include all of the footage because it does take a while just to go through that so many times. And then while I was on Harv's Island, I also decided to talk to Sahara, and I got the ivory small round mat again because I think I mentioned in the video where I bought it that I use it quite often. So I felt like if I was here, I should probably just grab another one. So as you can see, when I get back to the island, I am wasting no time, or at the very least in this edit of the video, I'm not wasting any time, and I'm just digging up the trees, the shrubs, and all of this produce that I literally had just planted here. I'm going to be digging that up as well, because I sort of forgot that I need to put down the dark dirt path. And you will all learn very, very soon how frustrated I am with that brick well. The dimensions are just out of this world. I can't believe that they would do this to us. You can't possibly center it. I could make an entire video about this. I spent a solid 10 minutes trying to make it work and it just did not work. So I'm not going to include that footage because, like I said, it's 10 full minutes of me trying to put down some brick path and making a little spot for it. So I'm definitely not including all of it. I will have just a tiny moment of the frustration to show you. But hey, at least in the midst of all of it, we got some shooting stars. So that was very nice. And even if the brick well is never going to be centered in any way whatsoever, at least the 3 dark dirt path squares that I've made here are all the same size. So that's wonderful. But one of them I'm thinking half wheat, half potato, and then the other 2 will be full of pumpkins and full of tomatoes, because I definitely think I should plant more tomatoes for the tomato curry item. That one just sells for so much. And something very, very exciting at the Nook Stop, you might have already noticed it because I kind of talked over it, but they had the country fence DIY. So if you've seen the previous episodes, you know what that means. I'm going to be making some, and I'm going to be using it in the park area at the front of the island. And just hope that it looks nice because I've been waiting for that for a while. And here is part of the brick well debacle. How dare they do this to us? Please. Why? Just a moment of silence for this brick well that will never be centered. I'm sure if the patch was big enough, like the brick patch, maybe you can center it. I don't feel like doing the math for it because at the time I was just very sad that it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I just wanted to have a circular patch of brick and have the well centered in it. And Animal Crossing said no. Just what a rough day, you know? Just trying to cheer myself up here and make some bells. So I'm selling just 10 tomatoes and 6 pears because I realized with the simple wooden fencing, there are customizations which I haven't looked at yet, and I think there's a nice like brown one. So if I could switch all of it to that, I think it would make it look a lot more country-ish, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. I think it probably looks country-ish either way, but we're probably gonna go for the brown one. And as you can see, just putting down the country fence that I was finally able to craft. What a relief to finally get some. Then I'm just gonna move around a few things in here. I don't know, I didn't really have a plan for this. I just felt like the plastic benches should be moved further to the side. So I did that, and I'm going to move the garbage pail because I think it would look better beside one of the benches. And it's a little bit closer for me to reach too. And then I had also bought the sturdy paper bag when I was at Nook's Cranny, so I'm just going to put that beside the picnic that we've got here because I feel like that's probably the most fitting place for it at this point in time. And while I was staring at this, I realized I didn't really like the topiaries, but when I went to move them to the side, the spacing doesn't work yet again. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do because no matter what, there's just that tiny little amount of space. So I'm going to have to figure something else out. But for right now, the topiaries are going to go in front of the museum. Then I'm just going to try out a little bit of some hedges that I have left in my pocket and see if maybe that's the fencing that I want to use around it. I might end up using the iron and stone fence, but I've just been really liking all of the hedges, which I know I talked about a lot in the one video, but I meant it. Now, like I mentioned, I am tearing down all of this fencing, and when I say all of it, I mean this fencing, the fencing around Cookies, the fencing that I had around Nook's Cranny. I'm customizing all of it. So I'm going to have to replace all of it too, but I think I'm just going to focus on the farming area because I might be moving Cookie's house a little bit. I don't really like how close it is to the river right now, so I'm going to have to figure that out maybe in a couple episodes. I'm also just going to mention really quickly, I definitely bought way too many customization kits. The math was not mathing, and I got a little bit trigger happy and I kept buying them. So I mean, I'll probably end up using them all, but I should have saved some bells. But here we are, a fenced area. Don't know what's going to go here other than a little bit of extra pathing, which I'll do right now. But maybe another hose reel, maybe, I don't know, a tin bucket or something. I'm not sure, something. Maybe some little gyroids hanging out in the farm. It'll be cute. But before this episode ends, I need to place the bridge that I was talking about yesterday. So I wanted a wooden bridge for this area since it's heading over into the campsite. Just seemed a little bit more fitting. And now that we've got that all set up, I am not donating anything today because I have no bells. So that means we are at the end here. So thank you so much for watching, especially if you've watched all the way to the end. And as always, I hope you all have a wonderful day.